In this video, I want to talk about looting. And it's not what you think. What's going on at the moment concerning the protests and riots against police brutality against black people, a lot of people have diverse opinions about it. Now, I'm not here to talk about that situation, but I'm referring to it because it's going on right now. There are many people that claim to be protesters, but they just want to riot and loot. And a lot of people condemning the looting. But let me tell you one thing here. Looting is something that happens in the spirit world every day. Now, what is looting? According to the world, looting is when people during a riot break into stores and take away stuff, just steal everything, just to gratify their selfish needs. Okay, let me give another context. What if a hurricane passed and all shops and stores and supermarkets are underwater and people need supplies? And people just go through the ruins of the supermarket to get what they need. Is that looting? No. That's not looting, that's just surviving. So looting has to do with the context. When things are quote unquote normal, you're expected to follow the routine, follow the ritual. You pay for it, then it's yours. If the context is not there, it's just surviving. In the spirit world, this distinction between the normal context and surviving does not exist. So in the spirit world, looting happens all the time. Because remember, private ownership is a hoax anyway. We don't own anything naturally, not even our own bodies. So, it goes like this. The Most High appointed mankind to manage the earth. Satan wants to be God. He's not God, but he fakes being a God. So for him to be relevant as a God, he needs people to be focused on him. But he can't make people focus on him directly because people would ask, who are you? And Satan knows very well that most people would not want to be associated with him. So the only option Satan has left is to trick people into serving him without them being aware of it. And that is where the looting comes in. Anytime you agree with something that's not in line with Christ, you'll be looted. The moment you agree with something that goes against Christ, evil spirits have easy access to you. And the moment they have easy access, they begin to control you. They begin to manage you. They begin to steer your life, to steer your circumstances. So demons will loot you the moment you agree with them. Because any agreement that cannot be reconciled with Christ is agreeing with evil spirits. So, you are being looted every day if you don't walk by faith. Now, when you walk by faith, it goes all the way around. When you walk by faith, you loot the enemy's camp. The enemy has stolen and robbed the human species. And when you walk by faith, you take back what was stolen from us. And because there are no rules of ownership, whatever, when you pray, decree, and declare, and things manifest for you, you're shutting down the influence of the enemy on the human species. And by doing that, you're also shutting down human evil around you. So it can be that there's a drug gang in the neighborhood, it's terrifying the neighborhood, and you walk by faith as you begin to shut down evil, and before you know it, that gang loses all their money, and the money ends up in the bank accounts of other believers, as you decreed, and now those other believers are using that money that came from that gang for good things. You've looted a demonic force. Or it can be that there are groups of people that oppose you, and you persist anyway, and now the anchor of their resistance against you ruins them, it costs them, and you keep on prospering. What's going on? You're looting the enemy's camp. And it's written in the book of Daniel that those that know their God shall do great exploits. So we as believers, it's prophesied we will loot the world. Not by going in the streets and physically breaking into stores, but by walking by faith. Things will be bent in our favor in such a way that any resistance will embarrass itself. So people won't be able to say no and to resist us, because if they do, it will backfire. And the best part is we don't use violence, so nobody can accuse us. Those who walk by faith, who know who they are in Christ, they will do great exploits. We will loot the world. It will be prosperous to glorify the Heavenly Father. Be at peace.